Misty here. I have some Palo Santo. I've already cleansed the space. I'm just doing another sweep. So the next 2 weeks are going to be pretty significant for receiving some more solar solar flares and energetic frequencies. And either we can succumb to the pressure or we can purge out the heavier, darker energy that we're holding space for, heal it, get it out of there, and open up that space to take in these new energies and be able to integrate them into a higher frequency for ourselves, okay? I hope that's making sense for you, but I will put a trigger warning on the beginning of this because you're definitely going to be feeling possibly some emotional things throughout this healing because as things come to the surface, you tend to get emotional. Now, what you want to do is recognize that. Here it is, it's coming up, and let it go, okay? Because then we're going to pull in some higher vibrational healing, love and light frequencies, and I'm going to make this especially potent. I've meditated, I've reattuned, and I am receiving mass amounts of energetic downloads in my meditations, and so I just can't wait to help others tap into this and recognize your power, okay? And don't succumb to the heavier energies that are hitting because they are not going to lighten up, okay? But you can do it. I have complete faith in you. I'm going to draw in some Reiki symbols. Actually, I think I'll use my citron. Tokure. Okay. Man, I feel fantastic. I hope that at the end of this, you're going to feel that way too. So first, we're going to cause a little bit of emotional clearing. So you might feel a little bit in your heart chakra. You may become a little emotional. Don't panic. This is us releasing that so you can bring in some healing, love, and light, elevating energies, okay? So we're going to start with some malachite and Caribbean calcite, emotional healing, heart healing, okay? If you've experienced pain, which we all have, but maybe someone said something that hurt you and it stuck with you and you carried it into these insecure habits of doubting yourself, things like that. We want to let that go. Maybe your kids said something to you that hurt your feelings. Maybe your mother or father. Maybe your best friend. Maybe your husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, wife. Whatever the experience was, people speak when they're projecting something that they need to deal with in their inner selves. So we can't take it personally. We have to heal it. So we're going to take a couple of deep breaths with these stones, and we're going to imagine that we're breathing into our heart and expanding it, okay? Here we go. All the fear, doubt, insecurities, heartache, sorrow, loss, depression, place our awareness on that. Whatever makes you sad, whatever makes you feel sad, lonely, depressed. Now let's work on resolving that, okay? Let's transmute it. Clear it away. It's time to let it go. It's time for you to feel happy and unconditionally loved, okay? We're going to bring you some positive energies, some inspiration, determination, creativity, happiness, joy. Let's just use this to fill that space. That way you attract more of that to yourself. We're also going to clear away more space for these new energetic codes that we're going to be integrating, okay? As the earth evolves, as the sun, moon, planets, stars all work together to change and evolve, so must we. We are going to tap into our fuller potential. Do a little bit more heart healing and emotional balancing, okay? This is Amazonite. Breathe into your heart space. And blow out and away the memories of the things that you have pondered on and dwelt in. You are more than good enough. And you bring something to the table that no one else can. We all have our gift of healing in whatever way we express it. Just let that pain go. And heal that beautiful heart space. Uh-oh. This one's being stubborn. Celestite and amethyst spirit quartz. Work on healing physical pain, stress, anger. Just let all that go. Envy, fear, anxiety. All right. elevating energies. After activating that heart chakra and clearing out things like that, tends to bring your vibrational frequency down. But don't worry, we're going to bring it back up, okay? Take a couple deep breaths and focus on your vibration, elevating. It's rising. And you're feeling lighter. Time for some unconditional love, joy, and peace straight from the universe through me to you, okay? Give me a second. Just brushing your aura clear of other people's energies. So it's just you and your newly cleared energy. After this video, you may continue to purge just a little bit. Just try to remember, if you're hit with an unpleasant feeling and you don't know, what precedented it, just know that you're probably purging something that needed to go. So you can make room for the higher healing, elevated love and light energies. I want to take a few minutes to share some things with you guys, okay? But if this is it for you, the healing, then I wish you all the best. Merry Christmas. Peace. Hi guys. I just wanted to take a few minutes again to cover some things that I've been channeling and reminiscing on also. So I don't know if you've heard my spiritual awakening story, but I did have a Kundalini awakening, which is very painful because you are thrown right into the dark night of the soul. And I had a very intense one. And I think because I grew up with so much abuse and bullying and just neglect and a lot of things like that, I think that it had turned me into this meek, people-pleasing, I don't know, just never feeling good enough type of personality. And I have grown so much through this awakening by facing those things and letting them go. Because that is dark energy. That's dark energy that you're carrying. And it's heavy energy. And now that we're integrating these new ones, we're kind of being forced to deal with those. So if you can recognize that and address it, it makes the process so much easier. So these geomagnetic storms, these solar flares, all these energies are irritating the things we have stuffed down. And I have touched on this before. But so it's coming to the surface. And so the truth of who we are and what we're holding and what we're carrying is coming to the surface. Also, our true intentions are becoming a lot more evident. So my healing today was really in the hopes of helping people clear some of that they could clear quickly. Of course, it's not clearing you completely. I'm just trying to help you heal and let go of what you can to make space for healing and light, unconditional love and light energy, because then that's going to help you feel more strength in dealing with the rest of it that you have to purge. It's not an easy process. Elevating your normal day-to-day vibrational frequency, it's a work in progress, and the higher you clear things, you work them out, you get them out, and the higher you elevate, the more you're going to tap into your spiritual gifts and your personal power, and just be able to accomplish things that you never thought you could. This is where manifestation really comes from, because as within, so without. If you're carrying dark, heavy energy, then you're going to keep attracting that to yourself, because that is the frequency that you're putting out. So I just want to I want to mention a few things. This is all part of a divine plan. It's all a divine plan. And the sooner we realize this, the better. Because we're still going to have the same end result no matter what. How we get there is dependent on our free will, the choices that we make in our own personal, private journeys. So if you think about your happiness from an human ego perspective, we determine our happiness to come through people, circumstances, things, etc., external, right? So if you're going to fight with your ego, because you do go through an ego death as well, you have to learn to surrender and let go many, many times of things that you want control over or want to, manipulate. But we can't. The Most High is working for our highest good. And so we have to be willing to trust that and go with the flow. It makes it so much easier to get there. But if you're still in that area, which many, many, many people are, it's nothing bad. But if you're still in that area where you're arguing with your ego a little bit and you're trying to figure out how to maintain your most highest level of happiness with where you're at in your journey, okay? And so you're still looking externally. So let's consider this for a minute. Then you do the inner work with your chakras and your energy, just keeping it clear and elevated like we do often. Because the clearer that is, and then you're raising your frequency that you're sending out, and you'll slowly start bringing back the good. And then when you recognize and accept what you're seeing there, you're only giving it more power. If you raise your vibrational frequency, keep your energy clear, your chakras aligned, you're going to automatically attract people, things, events to you that match this frequency that you're putting out, okay? So again, that's the as within, so without. When you're in alignment, you're in your purpose. You're anchoring light. You are healing people around you. And that's what we're here to do. Now, on our human ego self still wants to put more labels on that, like, okay, well, what am I doing? How am I doing it? And that's where we kind of bring our own unique expression in, energetic signature into what we do. So I do energy healing. Some people, like I said before, cook, sing, create art. I mean, so many different things. Read tarot. There's so many different avenues to take. So you find your niche. There's plenty of prosperity and abundance for every single one of us. There's no reason to dwell on greed or envy, because that, again, is you kind of in a lack mindset, putting that out and attracting that back, okay? So let's let that go, because we're all connected and we're all going to be abundant and prosperous, okay? Ultimately, we all come from the same source, and whatever label you want to put on it, whatever name, it's where we all come from. And so if we all come from the same source, and everything in the universe does, the earth, the sun, the moon, the stars, us, the animals, all of it, then we are literally connected to every single thing that we're experiencing. So technically, we are manifesting our own experiences, our own lessons, okay? The emotional stuff that we're facing, the depression, insecurity, anger, envy, heartbreak, all of that, as soon as we realize that what we have not dealt with is the only thing still holding us back from being able to recognize our own personal power, the sooner we can get on with our journey and start enjoying the harvest, and not so much the sowing season. Because right now, while you're doing this work, you're sowing seeds. And the more you heal, you start sowing more fertile and more abundant seeds. And so I am only here. I'm not for everybody. So if you don't relate with me, go find someone. And there are plenty of teachers, mentors, spiritual guides out there to help you along. I operate in unconditional love frequency almost all the time. This has been a long time coming, years, years of clearing and healing. But in the last year, especially, I've made great strides. And so to make me, my human self, feel better about where my higher self is leading me is by helping to pay it forward, because I do feel like we are all connected and I love you all. And I just want us to all realize this. You're magnificent. You're fantastic. You're powerful and you're love and light. And I hope this helped. I hope I don't just ramble aimlessly, but my only goal is to help other people tap into their own energy and learn how to keep it clear and elevated so that you can be successful along this ever-changing path that is really going to be escalating a lot in the next year especially. Thank you so much. I'm praying for all of us. Love and light to you all.